Recently is The Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck. Uh, Pearl Buck was a Pulitzer Prize winner and Nobel Prize winner for literature. Um, she had an interesting history. She grew up in China. Her parents were Presbyterian missionaries, and so she learned Chinese at a very early age and lived at a time during the turn of the century, probably the 10s and 20s, before the Cultural Revolution in China and certainly before any kind of modernization. And she tells a story about a guy named Wang Lung, I think that's how you pronounce his name, um, who is a really poor, just destitute farmer, and he manages to um, acquire a piece of land. He is a little bit prosperous, and there's a huge famine. And he and his wife are forced to basically leave their home and go south where there's a city and they can find some work and some resources. Ultimately, he comes back, goes back to his farm, uh, has some luck, some real luck that enables him to buy some more land, which he turns it into more land, and he becomes really prosperous. Has children. Uh, and ultimately takes on a concubine. And she moves into his house, which he expands. And as he grows wealthier, his sons and family convince him to move to an estate that he purchased from a family who fell into ruin during the drought. They over time become quite prosperous. He takes on another concubine, um, and the story it's his story into his old age. It's interesting. It tells a story of China that I think most of us don't know about. And Pearl Buck, if you read a little bit about her, she's a really interesting character. She came back to the United States. She was active in adoption issues and women's issues. And died in the United States in the 1970s. So the name of the book is The Good Earth by Pearl Buck, written in 1932.